Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very special live stream indeed. This is the release stream of Dandara Trials of Fear Edition. And I'm Liam here at Raw Fury together with
Rasmus, yeah.
Also here at Raw Fury, and joining us live are actually much more interesting people, all the way from Brazil, and Belo Horizonte, and in Sao Paulo. Guys, do you want to introduce yourselves for the stream?
Oh,
Hello.
hi.
Hello.
So I am Lucas. I am one of the developers, programmer and designer.
I'm also a developer, programmer and designer. I'm João.
Yeah, I'm Victor. I made the in-game art for Dandara.
And I'm Tomás. I'm the composer and sound designer for the game.
Amazing, thank you so much for joining us, guys. It's been a while since we streamed Dandara. It's actually, the last time we did this was when the game initially came out, which was like, it's almost 2 years ago now, is it?
It's more than 2 years.
It's more than 2 years.
2 years and a month.
Time flies. It feels like it was, not yesterday, but like, feels like it was a couple weeks ago. But, so you've been working on something called Trials of Fear now, ever since the game released, is that true?
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
So do you want to tell us about it? Like, what's the new stuff that players can enjoy?
Okay, that's a lot of things.
There's a lot of
Okay,
things. Yeah.
well, we have time. We don't have to go through everything at once.
Yeah.
Give people a little bit of a glimpse. Like, what can they expect from Trials of Fear?
Yeah. So with Trials of Fear, there is a lot more
Content, like new levels, new areas to explore.
Yeah, it's like there is this whole new environment that Rasmus will
Uncover like
Yeah.
in a second.
in a bit, as soon as he destroys Ben.
The second boss.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone remembers that one.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, so after that he's gonna arrive in this new big area that we made only for the Trials of Fear. Like it's everything is new and like it's more content. It's like a big area and there is like places to explore and things to unlock and discover, and there is characters to meet and
People who like old Zeldas where you can turn the map upside down, it's like a reflection of it, will like it because it's kind of like that.
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't use that the same way, right?
Yeah,
It's
you
like-
don't use that the same way.
it's
but
more like a new level. You know?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you
it's
forgot to talk to
inspired by
the...
it's not a rip-off, it's inspired by
Yeah.
He's taking his time. Yeah.
He's taking his time. Yeah.
All right.
One cool thing to say is
something
that when you actually uncover most of the things from the expansion, the explorable area is pretty much as big as the original map from the vanilla version of the game.
Wow,
So it's a lot of content.
Yeah.
that's super
Like,
cool.
yeah. I imagine people will take a bit less time on it. It's not like
Than
I
vanilla
wouldn't
game,
say
yeah.
that it's like it doubles the content, but it
Looks like.
it feels like that when
Yeah.
you open it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels like that.
I mean, it takes less time for sure, but the explorable area is just as big.
Yeah.
It's huge. That's huge rooms.
Yeah.
So it's basically
So,
like the game is doubled in size.
Yeah.
It's
So
fair to
this heart that Rasmus is facing right now, it's
We updated the game like way back to
Way
tease
back.
for the DLC.
yeah.
And
So he's
it said
facing-
something different before.
Yeah. So yesterday, if you played the game, you'd interact there, and it will talk about how the heart is sleeping, and now it's gonna happen differently. So
Yeah.
Okay.
This was one of the first things we made for Trials of Fear. One of the first animated NPCs. Yeah.
Yeah, but I really like it. The art is really
Yeah.
good. Like you're gonna see in a bit.
Victor did a good job.
Should we do it? Should we press the button?
Yeah,
Press the button.
let's do it.
We're doing it live. Ooh,
Is someone doing voice acting?
it is, and it feels so good. Sorry, I'm ruining it. No voice acting.
They'll do like that. That's
You like it?
amazing.
I have to go get another beer.
Yeah.
All right. 1 second. 1 second. Sorry, we have a colleague on a call in the background. So there's a question in the chat already. Domino wants to know, Rasmus, how many hours have you spent playing Trials of Fear?
Oh, only Trials of Fear. Actually, I haven't checked my current hours in Steam, but I mean, gotta be in the dubs series at least, I guess.
All right.
Rasmus helped test the game, so he played for 90 hours easily.
Yeah.
100 hours, I don't know.
It's hard to keep.
Yeah.
Okay, so the heart is awake now, and as he said, like you may now visit his hidden place, and you find out that the entrances were in the game as well.
We put the entrances for the DLC also before the DLC.
Yeah.
The update.
So some people might have seen like this kind of enemies, which were like these mouse that they would bite you.
Yeah.
And now like the heart is awakened. You can see its roots around the mouse, so you can like now enter it, and it's not gonna hurt you. So that's how you access with the how you access the new content.
Yeah.
Cool. So now we're in the new zone, the new area.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and this is something new as well.
Yes. Lazuli now talks to you sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. So not only the Trials of Fear add more content, it also
adds a bunch more of story, dialogues that we felt were missing from the original game.
Yeah. So people complained that they wanted a bit more tell, don't show, which is contrary to what people usually ask.
Yeah, so we did the opposite too much.
Yeah, so now we have a bit more of dialogues and
it flashes out the story of the game.
Yeah, so if you play the game from the beginning, you'll see Lazuli interacting more, and you can see like that previous characters have now dialogues when you go back and interact with them, and you find like new little descriptions in the game and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're gonna see like one of them just if you keep on walking. This is a new mechanic as well, the launcher.
Yeah. So you can be thrown far away.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So this beginning is just like to introduce
you to the new hidden realms.
To the new area.
And also, Rasmus, you can like level up twice or more. It's something that we added. We added a lot of quality of life stuff in the game. If you see on the heads-up display, there's 2 arrows next to your money. It means that you can like level up. Oh, you forgot the description thing.
Oh, he's living for He's living for
the player. Yeah. Or not.
Some secret stuff for the players. Yeah. Can we level up? How do we do that? We gotta find a campfire.
Yeah, come on the camp.
Yeah.
Just gonna go around explore here a little bit.
What's on this room?
So yeah.
What's going on here? This looks like an interesting meeting.
Some creepy stuff.
Yeah.
Are we leaving? Okay, yeah, it's too intense.
Too intense. They're looking at you. They know you're there.
That's not for now.
Okay, we don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Or basically, we can't go that way because we need an.
That way is like it's just like a teaser of
what's to come. Yeah. Another one of those descriptions.
Can we take a look at the map one time?
Sure.
Oh, this is nice.
Then you can actually
you can press the button and then
so you can switch back to see the whole map.
Looks really cool. So where are we gonna go? Are we going south? It's probably not south, like that's but down.
You're going downward.
We're going down.
Yeah. Down in the map,
yeah.
Does the world of Salt conform to the regular north, south, etc.?
It's something we talked about a lot, actually.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
this-
many times we had to direct people and we couldn't use,
North, east.
north, east,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was very tricky.
Come say hi, Gordon. So this is Gordon, everybody, who produced the original Dandara.
Hey Gordon.
Hey, Gordon.
Nice, you guys.
Hi.
Wow, what's up with that new haircut? It's so stylish.
Nice, thanks. Better than the old one.
Actually, what's up with your hair? The last
Yeah.
time I saw
Yeah, you
was
have
long.
hair now. It's amazing.
Yeah, I have hair too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Now you're in the hair club.
Tonight on the Raw Fury stream, Dandara and haircuts. What a great time.
It's all about the hair.
It is accurate. Okay, what's this purple thing here? Oh, that's from the original game, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
that's
Recognize those.
a passageway. You have to get the ability.
We don't have it, do we?
No, we don't.
You don't
So,
have it.
so in that situation, do I have to go back to the sort of regular world and find the upgrade, or okay?
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Sneaky.
So it's interweaved, like in the content of the original game. You have to like bring something from the vanilla game to the DLC, or sometimes something to the DLC to the vanilla game.
Yeah. Not usually.
not
from the-
usually.
Yeah, because if you just play the vanilla game, you can still
Still
play
have the
whole
old
thing.
experience, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you can like have some advantages. Use the weapons.
Yeah. So you can get new abilities that you can use, but usually you can just play as you would normally
Okay.
without the DLC.
So how easy is it to go back and forth between the regular world and the new zone?
You just need to find these doors,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then you're back to the original game.
So
These doors are also marked on the map, so you don't forget where they are.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's important.
Oh, so it's the
Also-
red ones?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And this is the one I entered before.
Hmm.
So now they actually went through the hidden realm and we came out down here. An area that I haven't explored yet. So.
Oh, that is cool. So it really does interweave with the regular area.
Yeah.
What are we calling this zone? Because the regular is it salt and then this is pepper, or what are the different names?
No, it's all the salt. So
all
you
the
are in the hidden realms of the salt.
Yeah, Pepper. That's a good.
Next expansion.
That's actually good. I'm gonna call it Pepper in my mind now.
But we talk about it as an expansion, as like a DLC. This is a free update though for all the players, right?
Yes.
You should like level up just a bit, maybe.
Yeah.
There's a free update for all the players, and then you get all this extra content. The game is like twice as big, and it's all for free. That's really
Yes.
cool. Awesome.
And also the text of the game tripled. That's true.
Yeah. The text like more than doubled.
Yeah.
Because we added like new dialogues for
The old areas.
the
So
old
you're gonna see
characters.
one of them right here, like this left path
Oh, yeah.
that you didn't went through.
We are
is new.
seeing the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some areas were changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are not seeing like the
No, it's coming. Yeah.
And you changed some stuff with the controls as well, right? There was like a new way of using the mouse and the keyboard.
Yes, the mouse and keyboard, we updated it to something else that we felt it's better than the old mouse and like the dragging controls we had before, but we still recommend gamepads for this game.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of players were complaining that the mouse port was not good. And it's true.
Reasonably,
Yeah. So we really worked and tried to make it, something that can play as well as the gamepad. So what we have now is that you can actually play as well, but it's still not like
It's not as good as gamepad. I guess.
it doesn't feel as good.
Yeah.
So we still recommend gamepad.
Okay.
But a player with mouse can at least like run and go
And
fast and
It is more
fight.
intuitive as well because the cursor isn't there and stuff like that.
Should we show it off? Should I give it a go?
Yeah,
Should I
sure.
try?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's changed? Basically, so you can see where the cursor goes instead of having to drag. like it was before? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, we had to make these tutorials so that they work anywhere in the game because people can switch like at any moment. So.
And you can switch back to the legacy one as well if you would like to.
Yeah, so people who woke up today and like they were used to playing, like, the mouse is now different.
That's nice. You don't want to ruin it for the players who are really used to it.
Yeah,
this was really good. I'll be honest. Like it's much snappier than I remember the old one being.
Yeah, and like you can go fast. Like you can do like the cool things.
Yeah, you can speed run.
Yeah.
You couldn't speed run the mouse.
Yeah, you couldn't do that in the old controller. So.
And you can actually use the W key as well to jump forward. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and
now you
can
can
shoot.
like
It says on the right side of the screen.
Nice.
Oh man. Okay. I haven't played Dandara in so long, so this is exciting. Let's see if this
Aren't you
goes.
going to the wrong way?
I don't know, man.
No, he's just trying the controller.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend going this way though.
I'm dying right now. This is...
Not a good moment to go there. Yeah.
Okay,
You're gonna
Should I
die.
just leave? I'm so sorry, Rasmus. You take back over. Over to Rasmus, the expert. And one of the cool things as well is you talk about there's a lot of new text, there's a lot of new content and areas to explore, but the entire soundtrack has also been remastered. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like remixed it. No, like we did all the mix again for being more to sound better on all systems we published it so far, and we also remastered the soundtrack together with the new music that are coming from with this expansion. So I think it's gonna be like a renew experience for everyone.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
mainly for people who start a new game, right? So it feels fresh.
Yeah.
Like a fresh experience with new story and
New music.
Yeah, and especially if you are playing on mobile, you are going to feel a lot of difference on the soundtrack because it's well balanced now and has more like a mixed music for the mobile system. So
Oh,
I think it's gonna be better.
Yeah, it's more
mixed
clear.
with mobile speakers in mind, basically, or
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
very cool. Isn't there a boss fight near here as well?
Yeah.
It's a mini boss, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's that one?
I
But
may
people
have
do
died here
struggle.
again. Pretty big
Yeah.
intention.
Who's playing? Is it Rasmus?
Yeah, it's Rasmus. It's obviously Rasmus. Or we'd be dead 3 times by now. Moogly Ridge is saying that they're gonna be the fastest player. I'm looking forward to seeing your speedrun. Gonna be cool. Alright, so now we have the Stone of Intention, and now we can go back to the what are we calling it? The hidden realm. That's it. Now we can go back to the
I have
hidden
a
realm where we can
suggestion.
use these special platforms, the throughways.
I have a suggestion though. Maybe you can go back to the camp on the Intention Square, and then you just go right. There's
No, there's a way.
Oh,
There's
there's
an
another
easy
way?
There
way.
is the way, yeah,
Yeah.
through here.
Oh, yeah.
Through here.
Yeah. So that's something that we added as well with some dialogues.
There's more dialogues.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, she's talking about
What just happened?
the areas.
Yeah.
Like give some idea.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys, I had to just ask a colleague to move aside.
That's okay. So something that people were mentioning is that they expected a bit more of branching paths in the game because it was kind of linear for a Metroidvania, right? We never developed, like with this limitation that it had to be a Metroidvania. We wanted it to be cool, but Yeah, some people wanted more branching paths and stuff like that. So the DLC, the way it comes like intertwined with the original levels,
it makes the game way less linear than it was.
Yeah. So you have a lot of
Very,
options where to go now. So Rasmus can follow the
vanilla path, like go into the Dreamlands now, or exploring through the other door he came from.
Yeah.
Or
so there's like
just two places that you can go.
Two new like major areas he can go, plus the original. So it's like he has like 3 big options to choose.
One other thing that I'd like to mention is that, for example, in this room, the layout is pretty much the same, but most of the areas they are just done from scratch. So there's no equivalent in the.
Yeah, it's just to mirror the rooms with the doors.
Yeah.
So when you enter, you can notice that like the area is similar. So you recognize where you are, kind of.
Yeah.
I'm being trash talked in chat, so I'm taking over again. I gotta have one more shot at this. So which way should I be going?
This way.
No, back.
Yeah.
Right?
No, actually, the way you were going.
Okay.
In the station rendezvous.
Yeah.
Rendezvous. Yeah, this way too.
Okay.
It's
because we're
hard to
seeing
know.
the past.
Oh yeah, because there's a bit of a delay on the video.
You know where you
So
actually
right
are.
now, and then there's a door.
So I'm in the Central Gate Plaza. Is that where we want to go?
Yes, that's a good place.
All right.
And then go up.
Why do I feel like I'm about to die?
You are.
You are, because you are.
Most certainly are.
All right then, here we go. Okay. I love the little art in the background as well here with the cogwheels and the clocks and stuff. It looks really, really nice.
Yeah, look.
Nice, right? Yeah. I really like the soundtrack there as well.
Yeah.
Ooh,
No,
what do I do?
now everything's faster.
Yeah.
Permanent? Oh right. Okay, so I need to speed something up.
Yeah.
Where am I
Yeah.
Down there. Yeah.
going? So good at this. Oh hello. Old Kronos just trapped us. Okay. Looking at the past. Frail and weak. That's not gonna be us. We can't get old if we die. So. Is that too dark?
This is destroying the mood, Liam.
Stay here and keep me company. I'm not gonna do that. We're going. We're leaving. Sorry. I like how you can't even tell her, like, nah,
No.
it's left.
You do it with your actions.
Yeah, you just leave.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so there's something blocking this path.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do now?
I could try
There's
the,
not-
the other door, I guess. Try that. Crazy idea.
That's
Very
smart.
smart.
Good thinking.
Oh, hang on. What? What's this? Is this a mini boss?
Have to survive a bit against this new enemy.
That's one of my weaknesses.
I don't know why, I really like to call him Time Wizard.
What's the official name for this enemy?
Ephemeral station.
The official name of the place or the enemy?
The enemy.
It's Jeff.
Jeff.
Jeff the Time Wizard.
Oh shit.
Louise says hello to Long Hat.
Hello.
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 Liz. Oh, he's gone. Hello.
Yes, he used to work here in this
Oh.
co-working space.
Yeah, he worked with us in the office.
So how long have you guys been working on Dandara now in total?
I think it's 4 years.
It's more than 4 years, I think.
Let's just say 4 years.
I think it's like 4.5.
Yeah,
It's a long time.
it's a long time. Yeah.
It's come such a far way, like it's such a long way as well since. Yeah, back to Rasmus. It's come such a long way since the initial release.
Oh, yeah.
It's super fun to see. You know, I haven't. I played Dandara a lot, of course, when we released the original version, but I've been like purposely avoiding Trials of Fear just because I wanted to see it all when it was done. So it's super cool to see all this new stuff right now.
Nice. Yeah, the game is pretty much way bigger and better now.
Yeah.
Like we polished it a lot.
I wish I could have the perspective you're having though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to see it all fresh.
It's like for us, we have seen all these things like so many times before they were ready.
And we saw them all broken before.
Yeah.
But if you had to, and this is a question for each of you, I want you all to answer this individually. What is the thing that you are most proud of in Trials of Fear?
Ooh, that's a tricky question.
Tricky, yeah.
You can only
I
pick
think-
one thing, and you all have to answer it at the same time.
Okay.
Victor, go ahead. Sorry.
On my side, I think it was trying some new tech. I can't really talk about it because it's spoilery, but it was nice doing something new. So on my side, that's it.
Yeah, I want to talk about, but it's a spoiler as well for me. It's like, damn, you're gonna see it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna say like, João was proud of that.
Is that what the zone is called?
For me, I think it is like we handle the audio so much better than the vanilla version. So this means that we could like try to play with emotions better. So try to sonorize some places better than others. So I think the Trials of Fear edition contains a lot of more ambience sounds
That's true.
that create an immersion so much better than the vanilla version, I think. So I'm very proud of that.
It's true. I would say that the audio after the DLC, like the Trials of Fear, got a lot more complex.
Yeah, there's like torches making sounds, individual.
Yeah, there is like also a lot of like dynamic stuff happening, like right there when you
Yeah,
when you,
this area. When you
like-
activate this hourglass.
yeah.
And then
music-
the mages appear. When the mages appear, the music is different for a while.
Yeah. So there is a lot of dynamics like that. So that's
I'm gonna just for a second. I'm gonna turn up the sound a little bit because we have it down low for the stream. But since we're talking about it, let's pull it back up.
Oh, the new assist, the
the assist mode.
assist
yeah.
mode, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I was looking at cheating for a while, but yeah.
Oh, cheat mode was on.
It was actually
Cheat mode. No.
I'm gonna turn the sound back just a little bit. You know, it's-
Extra flags. Yeah. So that's something we added a long time ago, but some people might not have seen it. So
Yeah.
So that's
You can actually revive on the same room and make the game really easy for you if you want to experience it.
Yeah. So I think that might help a lot of people who wanna like start over and like play the game from the beginning again, and they had like some hard time. They can have like an easier time now.
That's nice because sometimes you just want to explore and enjoy the story, and it just kind of takes you.
Yeah. Sometimes you want to
Like
be
me.
challenged only after you know all the levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened when I played like the original Doom. I played out everything on God mode, then I went back and played normally.
It's kind of speedrunners as well, just trying different strategies and figuring out what works, and you don't have to worry about starting again every time. That's pretty good. You gotta tell us in the chat as well if the sound is too loud, but I think we're good now.
Oh, I cannot hear. I muted the streaming.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking the chat.
Yeah.
See what they say.
I can see
Game's a little louder.
Rasmus talking about his
I'll,
game.
I know, it's like I'm gonna turn it down. I mean, just a little bit. Sorry, Tomas. You spent 2 years making the sound, and we're just muting it. Oh my god.
It's alright.
You can
It's
like make the music like dimmer.
Yeah,
No,
you
only
do
the sound
the
effects.
in-game options if you want.
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Do that.
Oh yeah. People have to play to listen.
Yeah, that's true. People have to play to listen. That's the slogan of the game. Play to listen.
Play to listen.
Play to listen.
That's a turn.
Yeah.
So this room is a puzzle, which is a puzzle that damages you if you do it wrong, kind of. But you have to like activate the next one, and then run for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
Jeff is
Rasmus know that.
Yeah, Rasmus totally knows that. Yeah.
is
He's
missing
having a
out.
hard time.
Everyone.
I'm cheering.
Yeah.
Cheering for you.
No pressure, Rasmus.
Ooh, no.
Jeff is gonna
Wes-
kill Rasmus. It's happening, folks.
It's not gonna happen.
It just happened.
Oh,
It's okay,
no.
it's fine.
Oh man. Sorry for my late reaction.
Yeah.
Delayed disappointment. That's great.
Delayed reaction, yeah. Oh, you are using the cheat mode, yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's smart, actually.
Good. And the good thing about the achievements, like the cheats, is you can actually still get the achievements. So if you're struggling with a specific achievement or something and you just want to get it, you can actually use the cheat mode. And there's no shame in that. You know, just do what you want to do.
Yeah, I
You
think
have
so
fun.
too.
You play the game your way.
Yes.
We do mark the save file though, because speedrunners who like to
People who like to brag,
yeah, they can brag.
they can brag.
Right on.
Like, see, I finished without the cheat mode, so yeah. So that's the mark is for them. It's not like for the people who use.
And where is the Trials of Fear expansion live? Is it on all the platforms? Is there anything still pending, or how are we looking there?
Wow, it's on
It should be
iOS, tvOS, Xbox.
it should be on all of them except of PS4,
PS4,
which is
yeah.
coming a bit
Next,
later.
Xbox is live as well. Nintendo Switch should be live.
Android as well?
Android as well.
Okay. There's someone in the chat saying it's not
Oh,
available.
I
But
mean,
sometimes,
Yeah, it might take a while though, because these updates are not instant on the stores. They happen slowly. So some territories have it. It's gonna come today.
Okay.
gonna
So
be-
yeah, if you don't have the game update already on Android or other platforms, you might have to wait a couple of hours, and it should be
Yeah.
there. Ooh, what is that? That's really cool. It's a big clock with someone in front of a laptop and a baby. And a
Wait, if
coffin.
you have to interpret it.
Yeah, that's your.
That's a clock.
It's up to the
I mean,
player.
there's
Yeah.
stuff in the clock.
Yeah.
I think this is Dandara's life up until being buried in a coffin.
It's a nice interpretation.
You took
wrong
the easy
one.
one.
Yeah, you took the easy
That's
one.
like the easy thing you can think.
Yes. It's good. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a
Life
good
and death.
start.
I think Nicola is right. I
Definitely
think it's
not an
life and
incorrect
death.
one.
I'm never going to be an art director. That background was really nice as well. Can we go back? I want to see that. Sorry, I'm like,
I'm playing too fast sometimes.
yeah, you gotta slow down, man. For people like me. Ticket office. Ah, it's nice. It gets that feeling of it's almost like skyscrapers in the background. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, like the towers. Yeah,
I like the
that's Victor's.
Yeah.
Victor's job.
Victor Tower.
Yeah.
At first, this didn't have any sort of view. It was just a closed wall, and then I had the idea to have those elements up from a construction site, so I could make more open areas. And to be honest, because I was watching a lot of Property Brothers.
No.
So anyway, that's it.
Yeah, I think it was a good idea. It really adds to the.
Yeah, if it fits, it fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Only us and more 25 people know about it.
Yeah, it's exclusive information.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's on the internet now, so I don't know if it's exclusive anymore.
Oh yeah.
Right, so
I like
we're
the,
going
the
next.
girl
How's the map?
top there looks like the chill mix. You know, like the YouTube video.
Oh yeah, the studying girl.
The studying girl.
Ah,
chill
the hip
hop
Chill hop vibes.
mix 2018.
Lo-fi hip hop.
Lo-fi hip hop. Yes.
The lo-fi girl. Probably it has something to do with that too.
Yeah, so as you can see, this area Rasmus went like kind of covers all the intention capital and I don't know. Are you gonna like finish it, or are you gonna leave it for the players?
Yeah, Rasmus, are you gonna finish it?
I think if I'm able, we can continue for a while.
Should we do it?
But I'm not sure if I want to finish it because that would spoil some stuff.
Let's bring it right up to the point where it gets really exciting, and then let's turn it off. Because we don't want to spoil it for anybody at home, of course.
So this is actually pretty tough.
But the next room is
It's not a big spoiler. I think it's more like.
So Jeff is
leave
back again.
Yeah,
There's choose things. Yeah.
I can actually kick his ass.
Kicking the ass of Jeff. Here we go. Is Jeff the official name? Stuff to ask.
no.
No, that's not Jeff. That's a joke.
But I wish it was.
I think you call him like just Bomb Mage or something like that.
Bomb Mage,
Time Mage. We don't have official names for
But the asset name is Bomb Mage.
Yeah.
Bomb mate.
But it was just a placeholder name.
Yeah, because when you create the enemies, you don't really know exactly what they're gonna be.
They're just blocks.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So,
should we let the chat decide?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, chat. This is your chance. You choose the name.
I really like that there is like someone started the wiki, like Dandara wiki, and like it has some of the names that they invented. And I like the names.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Jeff the Skeletal Time Wazard. Yeah, I mean, keep the suggestions coming.
I especially like the Wazard.
Wazard. All right. So what's next? What do we got in here?
So now
The idea is that there is not only Jeff, you know. There's
There's Jeff, Bob,
there's
Alice.
3 of them. Yeah.
All right. Marrow Mage. I like that one. Pretty cool. Man, this looks intense. I'm happy you're playing.
the
They
trick
don't
here
have
is
a
kind
name
of like to understand the focus
game,
fire on
actually.
one of them, but they are the same. so
Actually,
you're-
I really like when the players come up with names for the enemies when they create a wiki or something like that. Yeah,
I like that shit.
because
Yeah.
we never mentioned them in games, so it's kind of nice to see their take on it.
And sometimes a wholesome name like Jeff or something like that.
But for these 3 guys, you can like kind of find their names in the game. Like they have like their roles, kind of.
Oh yeah, but they do.
Yeah, there is like on the room names you can find some hints on what they.
Yeah, they do have names.
Yeah.
Oh, we
I
have a
just
level
didn't
up this week.
remember at the time.
So you're gonna have to do it now, Rasmus. Go to the end.
All right. Franklin is another suggestion. With mixed opinions in the chat about Franklin.
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 All right.
He doesn't look like a Franklin.
So where are we now? What's going on here?
Ooh.
Talk to me, Rasmus. You can't just go
Me?
quiet now. I'm excited.
So yeah, I'm stopping right before we pick up this chest
Franklin.
Okay.
here.
Every time they mention Franklin, I remember Franklin the Turtle.
The
He was one of the new.
I mean that cartoon turtle from the.
And I'm not sure if I want to show it off. Or maybe we won't.
That's true. The one with the hands.
Yeah, no, that's.
The like the. No, I forgot the meme. He's like.
Yeah.
Guys, do you want to show what's in this chest? Or should we go somewhere else?
Maybe I don't know. What do you think? We'll show it. What?
Yeah, sure. I don't think it's like something big. We show it on the trailer. I think it's.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's just. I think it's a really cool.
We should just talk a lot to
about
make
it.
to up the suspense.
It's not a big deal. It's just like a new weapon, but it changes a lot how people can navigate.
Yes, and it changes a lot of the old game as well.
Yeah, like the
vanilla game.
vanilla.
You
yeah.
can break all the things.
So you can teleport.
Yeah.
Speedrunners love it.
Oh. Do that again. Oh my god. Where do I...
So-
Get the aim.
So whenever it doesn't touch a white,
wow.
It has to touch a white wall.
yeah.
The salt, basically.
Yes.
So yeah,
That's so
Of
cool.
course, you can use it a lot because you're on cheat mode.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. The usual player, they will have to consider about the energy. So,
Yeah.
So do you want to go back to the normal world and use that? Is there like a good spot for us to try that out, or?
Should be. You can do like you can go through the bridge, for example.
Yeah. You can do some things like that. You can skip a lot of things, but to skip them, you have to know about them. So it's more for players who have already played like this kind of skips. Like the normal play, people will just go through them normally. Also, it spends a lot of energy, so
Yeah.
there is that. I wouldn't go that direction.
Yeah.
Back again.
Only if you want to.
There is something there still, but it's not for now.
It's not for now. Yeah. Or you can just die. Show everyone. Death. I don't know.
Yeah, you can try.
You can try.
You can try. Yeah.
So for players who might be watching the stream here and they haven't played Dandara before, or if they're just starting, what is Dandara? We kind of forgot to talk about that. We just talked about the new stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is Dandara?
Is this gonna get deep?
Deep? Well, I hope not. I hope it'll be as simple as possible.
Yeah, it's hard to explain as simple when people are seeing it. It's kind
Yes.
of, right? It's like
It's a game that's better like shown than explained.
yeah. So it's this Metroidvania. So I'm gonna
Yeah, exploration game.
Yeah, it's an exploration game where you play as Dandara, and Dandara is the main character. It's you. It's like the character you're controlling.
Yeah.
And
The main gimmick of the game is that she never walks. She only jumps from surface to surface, changing how you think about the game, everything.
yeah.
You have to learn video games all over again, I guess.
Yeah, it has like this very unique play style.
Yeah.
And what's
Ooh,
the story?
That's a new enemy.
Yeah, new enemy.
And who is that? Was that Jeff? What's the story behind the game? Like, why is Dandara? Why is she jumping around on the walls? Why is she throwing these magical spears on a bunch of crazy folks? Why is she fighting against Jeff? Like, what's going on? What's the backstory here?
Poor Jeff. So, the idea is that the game is very mysterious and like
Oniric, like a dream.
Oniric. It feels a bit like
It's a world called Salt, and there were two sides or reigns, whatever you want to call them, called creation and intention. They are kind of the opposite of each other, but they were balanced and people were friends. And then Jeff came and disrupted the balance.
Was it
So
Jeff?
oh, this Jeff has a name, right?
yeah. It's Eldar, but I like to call every enemy now Jeff. And
Yeah, so this guy comes and like they are. I mean, I wouldn't say that it's just two sides. It's like there is the world and like
it was imbalance.
yeah, it was imbalance.
And then after some time, Dandara gets born in this world to resume the balance.
yeah,
And people in this world are born like full formed. They are born adults. As adults, and
so when you start playing Dandara, that's her beginning, So that's the beginning of the story. And she wakes up and she comes with this ideal already of freeing those characters who are answerable. And the thing is that Eldar, this bad guy,
yes.
he's like
Villain.
dominating everything. So your objective is go and defeat him. So it's kind of simple like that. But
but we are being mysterious because I think like the huge fun of the game is kind of trying to interpret it. Right?
yeah, it's hard to tell without telling.
I understand.
So it's
It's hard to
supposed to
explain.
be very mysterious.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like everyone has their own interpretation.
There are some really nice texts that people wrote about what they understand of the game.
Yeah,
I love that.
it's amazing to read that. I love it.
Love it, yeah.
What's your favorite fan theory?
Ooh,
There is one on
there was one on Reddit.
Reddit.
What is? Because wow. I don't know.
It's a lot of
It's very
information.
deep. It's a lot of
It's very deep.
We're gonna do a separate stream for fan theories.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But it's on Reddit. It's on the Dandara subreddit for everyone to see, and I genuinely love it.
I really like the one in Portuguese as well. That the guy made a video. A guy from Brazil. The one from
Rick Sampaio.
Rick Sampaio. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very beautiful, and like he edits with Thomas's music, and like he puts images, and I really like the video as well. But his interpretation is super cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so actual. We are living in Brazil right now. So kind of important video, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of the game, we talk about this a lot before, like it's very inspired, in part at least, from where you guys have lived, in Belo Horizonte, right, in Brazil. Do you want to talk about that at all, or is that a secret?
It's because most of what is inspired in Brazil, in Belo Horizonte mainly, it's on the first level that we aren't showing today. Right?
Yeah. So there is a lot of references in the game.
There's a lot of references in the DLC as well. But
There is, but it's different.
It's different, yeah.
So there, like our inspirations come from like you said, our region and like Brazil, but also from other places. So it's not the game was never meant to be this Brazilian reference thing. It's more than that. It's like it has reference from things that influenced us. So
it's both more than that and less than that, right?
Now it got deep.
More confusing.
Yeah.
Just like trying to
Try to unconfuse it.
you didn't understand anything, so you have to play and understand by yourself.
And when you developed the game, what would you say was the biggest challenge? Partially like the vanilla game itself, but also for Trials and Fear. What was the biggest challenge, you think? And this is a question for each of you, definitely.
I think it was making the movement system, the relationship between the movement system and the enemies feel right.
Yeah.
It was a lot of back and forth, like we changed a bit of the enemies to suit up best the movement system, then we changed the movement system to suit up to like respond to the enemies, but it was a lot of like it was the most fun part of the development for sure.
I don't know, I'm tending to say now that it's the fact that it's available in so many platforms.
That's true, it's true.
So just to give an idea, we kind of finished development in December.
Right?
Yeah, it's been like 3 months of QA and porting, and it's like a lot of time because it's a lot of platforms. So I would say that the multi-platform thing is very difficult.
Very hard.
Yeah.
If you are a developer and you're gonna try to do it, please know that it's very hard.
Yeah, it's very hard, and like keeping track of all the requirements of each platform, and like adding like the different setups and controllers, and if you connect like on a PlayStation, you have different HUD for the buttons, like all these details. It's a lot of details, and it takes a long time. And like making the builds and testing, like that, those technical things, like I would say that took a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm really grateful we had help from you.
Yeah. I'd say we thought, like Rasmus, and like we have Rajiv now, a guy from QA as well. So helped a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Victor
So-
and Tomas, what's been the biggest challenge for you guys? And also, actually, before you answer, should we go somewhere else? Because Rasmus doesn't want to go anymore to the left. So is
Oh,
there
you
another
don't want
room
to
we should go
spoil,
to?
but it's difficult to play without showing.
Yeah, this part you have to show.
Yeah.
It also already showed that on the trailer.
Yeah.
Did we show it?
Just
Are we doing this? Okay, before we go. Before we
Really
go,
fast. People.
let's,
I don't know what's going on.
we need some hype from the chat. We need to build this up. And while you do that, Tomas and Victor, what's been the biggest challenge developing Dandara?
For me, I think it was trying to find the right mood for like, especially in the beginning of the development of the DLC. We were in doubt about the mood we were trying to get, and it was really hard to apply this, because on this area you have a lot of silence on this paths you find. So it was very hard to find a music that fits on this mood. So we figured out that a dynamic music that randomizes some kind of small musics would be good for this kind of environment. So it was very hard to get this result done and implement them right. It was like it's not my effort, but Lucas and João effort. It was very hard to make it right.
Yeah, it's really tricky because when we started the game, it was a lot simpler.
Just a music with an intro.
Yeah, it was meant to be simple, you know, and as the game expanded and like went to consoles and stuff, the game had to grow, but the tech that we had built for the simple stuff was still there. So
we had to grow it ourselves.
Yeah, so I think those things like some dynamic musics and like we have today in place like two music systems that conflict with each other. And we have like to keep stop this one, play this one. It's like it was very difficult. I agree with Thomas. I remember that moment.
It would be the easiest part, like for composing the music itself, but for implementing was most hard stuff.
Get it right as well, like get it sounding right. But I really like the end result.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I like to.
So composing wonderful, amazing music, super easy. Implementing it, super difficult. Understood. It's a phenomenal soundtrack, like seriously.
I can't believe Thomas.
Basically, he's saying that it's our fault.
Yeah, that's true.
There you have it.
His biggest challenge was because of us.
What I'm trying to say is that like composing for like 15 seconds, it's easy but applying for this system was very hard to think how to manage these songs. It's not about just implementation, but how to fit the music in the implementation.
Yeah, I remember like there was a lot of back and forth. Thomas like made a lot of little
snippets.
Yeah, snippets and we were like listening and we were like many times we were like, oh, that's good, and he was like, no, that's not what I want. So I remember it took some time.
Yeah. It was nice to learn a lot of things.
What about Victor's?
Oh yeah, on my side, I think the hardest part
is a spoiler.
Actually, on my side, that was easy, but for them to implement and make it work properly was
Damn it! Someone
these guys.
But I mean, I had some previous experience with that technology, but anyway, I think the hardest part is actually trying to figure out what everything is in the context of the salt, because when you create a tile set or an area, it's hard to abstract yourself from previous images you've seen in other games. and try to come up with something original that fits the context of the game, because it's a very dreamlike world, so it's kind of hard to get grasp of what it is at the first. Because I have a sketchbook full of sketches of what areas could have been. Like one of the areas was supposed to be an underground mall.
Shopping mall, yeah.
Yeah, a shopping mall.
I remember that.
But we ended up scratching that. So at first, that I think that's the hardest part, both from vanilla and the Trials of Fear expansion for me.
Understood. Yeah, it's an interesting game as well because it is so unique and it looks so different and dreamy, like you say. So that must be a real challenge. And of course, the technology and the implementation. All right, guys, let's go into this secret area. And before we do that, again, I'm saying the same thing again. Before we do that, first of all, chat, are you ready? Just want to know if you're ready for this. And also, we're going to stream for about 10 more minutes. So if you have any final questions for the developers, make sure to put them in the chat ASAP so we can get to them. About 10 more minutes. Okay, we good? Kirarakan is ready, Moogly Ridge is ready, Nikolajevska is and Octavio is ready. Let's go.
It's not a buzz. It's not a buzz fight.
It's literally just we're going this way.
Yeah. It's not like it's like gonna
Explode the world.
Who are these guys?
It's just some dialogue.
It's just some dialogue. It's just some wonderfully written story. Okay, I see.
Yes. But I wish people could see what's the reference. But I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah, I'd love to know what the chat thinks about this scene, though.
Yeah.
I love this.
I think a hint could be the names of them, maybe.
Spoiler. Moogly is saying it's not a question, but Long Hat, good job, congrats, well done, you're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Staying here won't get you anywhere exciting, Dandara. Off you go. Okay.
Wait.
Oh. 3 lessons. We don't have time for lessons. This guy. Oh, hang on. Okay. So they're gone, and we're going back. That's yep. There you have it.
Yeah, nice. Dandara's doing like the third. I'm really proud of that. That's the thing I'm proud of.
That looks great.
Yeah. This is the kind of details that I like when we are developing, because like I made this scene, and then when I went back there, Dandara was like reacting like this. And
yes.
It was João's work, and it's like, so that's how when we play and it feels fresh for us. It's like when someone else did something that we didn't know about.
Yeah, the joy of like teamwork.
Yeah, so that's so good. Like you are like playing the game that you are doing and you are making, and then you enter a new level and there is something that you didn't know. So it feels really good.
You didn't get the treasure chest. Is there something secret in that?
No, it isn't.
It's not secret. Okay.
You can't go
it's
back.
secret.
No,
He's
yeah.
lying.
You can't go back anymore.
Yeah. Only later.
Only later. Yeah.
So guys, with we have like 7 more minutes. Is there anything that you would like to say to people watching at home about the game, about life, about anything? What would you like to say?
Hi.
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 Hi. I hope you like it.
I hope you really like it. Enjoy it.
Play the DLC and update.
Tell us
your
about
game.
it. What
Tell
did you
us
think about it?
Yeah. Yeah, we are now, like, we are all curiosity, like we wanna know.
We are anxious.
Yeah, we are very anxious to see.
Over 2 years of developing this thing,
Yeah.
you just want to know what people think, of course.
Yeah.
And do you have any advice for new players who's starting out and they might be struggling, they might not get so far before they die, they might feel like crying? Do you have any advice for players who struggle? Any pro tips?
There's no shame on activating extra flags mode or change mode.
Yeah, I would say don't try not to abuse from cheat mode because it might break the experience a bit. So unless you are like really struggling with some boss or something like, and you just wanna, play like you don't wanna have to backtrack a little bit. Usually the really difficult parts don't require a long backtrack, but if you wanna just like play it, I think it's fine to revive on the same room or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you keep it activated the whole experience,
It's gonna be the experience we thought that would be fun for.
yeah, I think a lot of the game comes like when you die and then you like repeat the same path, but
You
now
learn
you are
about it.
better. Yeah, like now you know the enemies, you have plan, like you have a plan on where you're gonna use like your potions and where you're gonna stop and stuff like that. I think that's the experience that we intended. So dying and like doing the path again is part of it.
Yeah, try to think about it, right? Where I'm making a mistake or something like that.
And try not to rush as well. I know the game invites you to go really fast. I think.
Yeah. Also, Rasmus is doing something bad right now. that is like he has like 3,000 salts, please of salt,
And
but he's
he's
not
not
looking for a tent. He's going forward.
Yeah.
I have a good tip too.
I would go to a tent and.
See, he can level up once.
Yeah,
Most of the players, when they're playing, like new players, they get a little bit confused with the whole layout of the map because you don't know what direction you're looking at. So
There's a button.
there's a button for that you can rotate the map to match Dandara's orientation. So
that was
use
added
that.
later as well.
Yeah.
It was updated.
Yeah, it was updated.
That's a new quality of life improvement because all the money fan 101 asked them on chat. So that's one of those.
Open the map. Yeah.
That's a good tip. Yeah, are there any other quality of life improvements that you think players should be aware of? Any other new changes that they should keep an eye out for?
There's a lot of like the movement of Dandara is really like better now. There's
It's not something you see, but
it's not something
it is
it's
there.
meant to see, but it's like the algorithm of looking for a new place to go. It's it's more tweaked and I think
There's
the
some
game
fine-tuning.
feels more fluid.
Yeah, fine tuning. Yeah.
Also, the jump sound is completely fresh.
Yeah, the sounds helps.
Yeah,
a lot.
I like as a sound designer, I would say to at least play with the sound effects on, because they really helps you to understand the time of some enemies or the jump. So it really helps you to guide yourself on the map.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's true. And some of the basic sounds like jumping and shooting were also like tweaked with this update. And they feel more like snappy and like
Especially the jump sound.
Yeah.
I just like now that you explained the movement. It's like every time you jump, there's an algorithm that's running to check. And that's a cool little bit of power for the player. You have algorithms under your control. You can put that on your CV. That's really cool. Awesome. And Anderson Kev, hello, welcome. Thanks for saying congrats on the release. So guys, I have one final question for you before we wrap up the stream. You worked on Dandara for about 2 years and then you released it. You worked on Trials of Fear for another 2 years and you released it. What's next? Aside from like sleeping and vacation, etc. What's next for you? What's next for Long Hat and what's next for all of you?
We would like to do another game, right?
Yeah.
Start a game from scratch, not using like the old code from 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
I'm dreaming about that.
Yeah.
Last time we talked about like Mario Party single player. I remember you had an idea there that.
Oh yeah, it was Mario Party multiplayer, but on the same screen.
Oh yeah, but
we tried that. It didn't work. It's too AAA. That's actually very AAA.
Yeah,
and we didn't mention that.
It's true. But yeah, we don't. We just talk about ideas, but now we need some time to really think about it and like start designing something that can become a prototype. Yeah, because the ideas we have now, they are not clear enough even to start prototyping something.
Yeah, even to start a conversation.
Yeah, so it's more like ideas like, you know, what would be cool.
What would be cool if that giraffe shoot lasers?
Yeah.
It's on that level right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
shooting lasers, that's really cool. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's cool.
You should make that.
It's a good
It's a good idea.
So yeah, but I think we are more excited about starting something fresh, you know, because mainly about tech and stuff like that. I really want to start a new code base, you know, with something that gives us more freedom. Thomas, like this time, he was like really like he wanted to do a lot of things, and we couldn't like
We couldn't
add all of that.
Yeah,
right?
we had to like, no, Thomas, please.
Yeah, because of the technology that we were using. So that's something that.
Yeah, we are planning to use like a middleware. It's like a easy way to code the music and sound effects.
It's industry standard now, but it was alright. The thing
Standard.
is, we didn't start with this mindset, you know.
Yes.
That it would be this
But we
big.
have a lot of ideas. And we are playing super vacation, right? You need to rest.
Super vacation, yes.
Yeah.
Super Vacation 2.
Super
Oh, the
vacation.
sequel. The
One
sequel.
is actually
Amazing.
one.
But Victor has a different path now. He's doing some different things.
I'm working on some freelance stuff, but definitely going to be working with games for some more time.
Yeah. Is your project secret or something?
No, it's not. It's called Fields of Mystery. We have a Twitter account, and if you look me up on Twitter at Lodovic with a K, you can see that it's a farming game, kind of like a Stardew Valley style, but with a more 90s anime art direction. So if you're into that, please look forward to it.
Yeah, so Victor has he's doing his things, and Thomas is also like looking for projects, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm also freelancing, but
Yeah.
stick.
and we are also thinking of projects. I'd say everybody's like starting something now, but something fresh.
Yeah.
Right on.
We're gonna see something new from all of us.
The next
Hopes.
chapter, the next
Yeah.
zone. Okay. The
Yes.
zone.
Next zone, the Sonic thing appears.
Yeah.
So there's one final question in the chat that we're gonna take. It's from All the Money Fan 101, or Al the Money Fan, I guess. Does the DLC take place after beating the base game's final boss? For example, if I want to replay the game from the start, do I get access to the DLC right away, or do I have to finish the game first?
You have to finish the second boss.
Yeah, the one that
You have to be in the state
we
that you
started
finish.
on the stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff.
So that's
Then it's interweaved
Yeah.
the rest of the game.
I'd say it's like in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
But if you start like with a save file that beats Ildar,
It's okay.
it's okay as well.
Yeah.
You just have to go to where the second boss is, and you can start the DLC.
Just pay attention that if you are overpowered, like you upgraded everything, it might be the
little
Trials
too
of Fear might be a bit easy.
Yeah.
Not too easy though.
Because you keep discovering new enemies, and that's the hard part.
Yeah, the hard part is like getting into some new area, right? So it's never too easy, but it might get a lot easier. So if you are overpowered, maybe you want a challenge, maybe you want to start from the beginning. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, guys. Tomas, Victor, Lucas, João, enjoy Super Vacation 2.
Yes.
A great time off. It was wonderful having you here on the stream, and congratulations again for releasing Trials of Fear.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for making like an awesome stream.
Yeah, thank
Lol,
you.
Rasmus is really good at the game. He didn't like have a problem.
Yeah.
Cheat mode.
It was just,
No, it was really good. You know this.
That's
If it
true.
wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have a game to play. So it's
It's all you. And thank you so much, of course, for everyone watching on the Twitch chat and on Steam as well. It's been awesome. Thank you. That's all
right.
for this time. And next week we'll be back with the next DLC, right?
Right.
Oh yeah.
After Super Vacation 2,
After.
it's gonna be the even more hidden hell.
Even more.
Gonna be pepper.
Even more.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Trials of
Trials of Jeff. There we go. Okay, that's all the Jeff
Trials
jokes
of
for
Jeff.
today, folks. Thank you so much,
See
guys.
ya.
Yeah,
Yeah,
See you again
looking
next
forward to see what you think about the update, guys.
Yeah.
Right on. Thank you so much. See ya.